Well, today we're going to have a look at putting these forks back together. So this was the good fork. This was the bad one, which had all the corrosion in the bottom and the water. I've got all the new bushes and oil seals here. And this is the plug that goes in the bottom of the fork leg to hold the bottom bearing in and things. So this was the good one. You can see the plug screws in really nicely. So in getting this one out of the bad leg, I had to put the acetylene on it and essentially get it red hot, and threads didn't look really very good on it. But Michael had a really good go at helping me clean these threads up whilst I was over there, so we'll see how that goes. So this is putting the bad plug into the good leg, and that goes in quite nicely now, which is much better than it did before I went home. So that's a good sign. Now we'll try the good one in the bad leg. See how that goes. A bit tighter, but I've got a bit of light oil on these now. And actually that goes in pretty well. So if the worst comes to the worst, I can actually put them around that way. And let's just try the bad one in the bad leg and see if that actually screws in. If I can get this out. I'll go back into there. Okay, I'm going to dribble a bit of extra oil on this. And try that into there. When I initially took this out, this would not even start. Oh, it's got it. I would say we got a winner there. So I thought that was going to take a lot of cleaning out, but actually I think we're good. That's nice. So that's a problem that I thought was a big problem I thought I was going to have that looks to be okay. So I think the next thing will be to drop all of these bushes off here, get the oil seal off, clean up this leg. It's got some pitting on it and things, and get the new bushes onto this, and let's see how we go from there. Okay, see you in a bit. And so that just slides off there. That one just slides up. That cap comes off. And we should be able to just drop this off with its oil seal inside it. And we have a fork leg. Let's get that wipe up a bit. So this is obviously, it's got some really nasty corrosion on it here, but I think that's below the running area of the top bush. And it's got spray paint on it where someone's obviously painted the springs. So let's see if put some oil back on it. Let's see if this bush will actually go on. It certainly doesn't go on as easy as that. I might just clean this up a bit and just maybe just put a little bit of a chamfer onto that bottom edge, see if I can give it a lead. So let's try that for a bit. So this is the these are the sleeves that clamp the oil seal and hold the top of the leg, and had all that difficulty undoing. So the first thing I've got to do is get the oil seal out of here. Here's the new oil seal, and I tried knocking it out initially and it wasn't clear what was going on, but it turns out, so I've done this one now, it turns out that the old oil seals had a metal outer shroud with that in it. The new oil seals, I don't know if they've got that underneath. Probably they have under the rubber. So slightly different different construction really. But anyway, so the oil seals, I had to pull the rubber centre out and then knock it out from the back by tapping it through the two slots that they use the tool to unscrew it with. So anyway, it came out without too much of a struggle. So I've got to get this new oil seal into here. So I think I'm going to see if I can find a big socket to push this in nice and square with. Let's see if I can do that. So what I'm going to do is actually this is the thing that clamps that goes underneath this to clamp, to push down on the top bearing, and it's the right diameter, so I'm going to use that as a tool to try and push this oil seal in. See if we can do that. I can hold it in place first. Yeah, that seems to work pretty well. Once I've got it done up a bit, I can actually screw it back down onto the fork leg. Put that into position. Plug this into there. I'm going to use my fork tool that I so carefully made. If I can just get it to lock on. Screw that into position. That's it. Okay, so there we have it, pushed, unlocated down, pushed into position without any damage. That's good. Back to putting the bushes on. So I have a bit of a problem. I can't get these bearings, these bushes, onto the fork legs. The original ones just slide on. The new ones don't want to go. So I've resorted to measuring things. So if I measure the OD of this, it's 1 1/4 inch, 125, 1250 thou. If I measure the ID of this, you can see that it's 1243, so that one's 7th thou undersize. This one is 1240, 10th thou undersize. These bottom ones 1243, 7th thou under. 1240, 10th thou under. Let's check this one as well. $12.51, so these are all about 10th thou undersize, so they ain't going to go on there, are they? I'm going to think about what I'm going to do about that. It's kind of brought things to a bit of a grinding halt at the moment. I'll have to think about that. I'll let you know what transpires.